1 and 0. Hey folks, this is Probrush here, and you guys are lucky because you get to hear my first ever StarCraft commentary. And if you haven't already, please go check out the very first video I've posted on this YouTube account, and it's going to be a little 5, 4, 3, 2, introductory video, and it's going to be explaining kind of what my goals are and kind of unique flavor I want to bring to StarCraft commentary. I think the commentators and representatives of StarCraft we have out now are just simply amazing, but I think each one of them is missing a little something, and I'm trying to kind of mold that all together into a jambalaya of StarCraft. And go ahead, check out my first video. That should kind of give you get you up to speed about kind of my StarCraft background and my playing history and how long I've kind of been involved in this great game. And to bring you up to date with the matchup we have here, we have match between Team eSTRO and Team HwaSeung. Representing eSTRO is the yellow Zerg player seen here at the 5 o'clock location, By.Haran, and he is playing against PerfectMan, the Teal toss player, up in the 2 o'clock location. And if you ever saw my introductory video, you'll know that I'm trying to provide something each match to every skill level of StarCraft player. So I want to be able to teach something new to the advanced players. I also want to teach something new to the beginners, because I think a lot of commentators kind of forget that StarCraft is constantly bringing in new players. You know, every month we bring in new players join the Team Liquid and SC2GG.com, and they kind of need to know the basics, and they need to know all the little details. So my first little noob tip of the week, or of the commentary rather, is going to be what are o'clock positions. What does that mean? 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock. Well, if you were born before the digital age, you might know what an actual clock looks like, an old school clock. And most maps will have anywhere between 2 and 4 player positions. And as you can see on the map, there's 4 total positions, and when we say there's a player at the 1 o'clock spawning at the 1 o'clock position, that means if you look at the clock, they're spawning in the upper right quadrant or section of the map. This is definitely good. Well, first to start off, where you know the players are, so you know who you're watching, you know who to root for. And it's also good towards the really late game on these big, massive maps, and you get to see where players are expanding to. So I hope that kind of clears things up for really, really new players. And feel free to leave any questions. I'll be checking this YouTube account multiple times a day just to help you guys out and provide questions. Let's get back to the game here. Let's see. We have a fast expand from the Protoss, and they're pretty much trying to get the econ rolling. And we have what looks to be a 12 hatch coming from the Zerg, HwaSeung. So HwaSeung is already taking the lair off. I believe is that 2 or 3. I think that's 3 hatcheries from the minimap. He's got a few lings out. I like this play. I really like the Zerg getting the lings out early. Kind of see, as you can see, it just takes 1 ling to put a little pressure on a probe, and for new players, it's especially good because most lower level players of Protoss can't keep that probe alive. We're not all Bisus. But this is again Korean StarCraft, so these guys are decent, much better than I or many of you listening are. And as we can see, coming from the game, we have the 3 hatch and the lair. I feel like he's going to be going Spire soon. I think Spire, the Mutalisk work great on this map. Just from the layout, I think there's a lot of harassment coming from the expansion that the Protoss has. And Oh, here comes the probe. He's gonna get in. Let's see. Let's push it. Oh, he's gonna use the drone to block. That hope you guys caught that. That is a good trick drone. And here we go. We do have a Spire, and wow, it looks like a bunch of 12-year-olds playing. But they're damn good StarCraft 12-year-old players. So we're gonna have a little 3-hatch Spire Mutalisk going. Probably see 9 Mutalisks pop out at once. And from the Protoss player, we have a very interesting Corsair Reaver build going. Where he's going to try pop out a Sarah before the Mutalisk can pop up and try to take air control, and then from there use Reavers and try to harass around. And I kind of like this play too. This Zerg need to out-expand the Protoss. If you don't know that, now you do. Yeah, the Zerg need to have more bases than the Protoss player, and what the Sarah Reaver does is create just an insane amount of mobility, so they can get behind any expansion. And that's another little tip for you guys when you're looking at build orders and stuff. And I say it's a very hard build to pull off, but as you learn the game, you can get better and try out the build. Let's see, back to the game, we have Overlords just randomly scouting to the left. I don't like this. He's got to imagine he's going to be seeing some sort of tech coming, either DT, Sarah DT, or some sort of tech coming out. He's got to keep his Overlords a little close, or those Corsairs that's going to have free reign over the Overlords. So I don't really like that play coming from Haran. PerfectMan, you know, it's a pretty standard game, you know, nothing special. I mean, if you guys want to know how a very standard PvZ goes, just kind of how it goes. As you can see, the ramp is a beautiful thing. It keeps the lings out. It takes only 2 zealots to block out any lings coming in. And there's a cannon there, you know, for a little added support, as PerfectMan is trying to kind of macro up. And here is a play I do not like. He's moving out with 2 zealots and 2 goons and leaving his ramp completely unblocked, and now he's got lings to deal with. PerfectMan, that was a very imperfect play. Now granted, these lings probably aren't going to do too much damage. You can see they're trying to pick up probe with the gas, probably going to get shot by a Reaver. Yeah, they don't even get a probe kill, but very good habit not to let Zerglings into your base. It's just sad land. You're going to be massive sad land. And again, we have another bad play coming from PerfectMan. I do not like this play at all. He was moving out with a few zealots, and he knows there's going to be Mutalisk in the air. You know he can't defend him. He knows he's going to be outnumbered in terms of units because the air superiority the Mutalisk are going to have. And he's probably going to end up losing these zealots in one single goon. He's going to try to stop his expansion here, and look, I called it. There we go. Like these unupgraded zealots, you can rate for the speedlings. He's already lost 1 zealot, he loses 2. He might lose a 3rd. Oh no, Hero Reaver. Oh, that's why you love the Reaver. And is it gonna be a dud? No, gets a few more. But I do like the trade-off. I think it kind of like Haran. He kind of slapped him in the face and said, "Don't even try to move out. You know I got you outnumbered on units." I definitely like that play. We can see Haran getting sunken as one of his bases. You know, a little cliff sunken can never hurt. And we have PerfectMan setting up his new base, and he was always going to pick up the Reaver. Here we go, Reaver and 2 zealots. Definitely a smart play to keep zealots inside the shuttle to take that first hit. And where's he going? He's got to have his Corsairs there. Oh, drops the Reaver. Probably needs to make scarabs. And here we go with the first encounter of the Sarah Reaver versus the Zerg. And let's see how he does. The first shuttle is always crucial. Coming from Protoss' point of view, if you lose that first shuttle, you're going to be massively contained. You're not going to be able to dance around the map with the units. and because you lost so many resources you invested into the shuttle. So if you ever try to start a Reaver, definitely save that first shuttle, especially if it's containing a Reaver. And now we have the expansion up for PerfectMan, and this is good timing. I like this timing here. He's kind of got his macro going. He knows he's going to have to defend it. He's going to go out. He knows the Zerg is trying to take another base here without even scouting.